Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Dorkcast, episode 7. This is the 7th one. We've been doing pretty good. Yeah, and this is actually on time. Friday at 4. That was what I thought, planned on doing this whole time, and haven't really done that. I've been Thursdays, Friday at noon, who knows. But either way, thank you everyone for being here. Who is here? I see Mr. Kiwi says, hello, Jay. Lil Grimzilla says, can I have a shout? What an even better way to get a quote unquote shout is to just say something funny or like really cool or like, I don't know. And then that's just going to make me want to be like, whoa, look at that. Instead of, can I have a shout? You know what I mean? Anyway, like JJ Garcia says, yo, Prehistoric Pixel says, hey, Sirdork. And then Rachel Bundy says, bellow. And Silver Moon says it's something funny. And he got it. He's locked in just by saying literally something funny. That was just so funny. Well, there's a whole bunch more toy news stuff to talk about today. Last week, I talked about everything that had been revealed at San Diego Comic-Con so far. And, excuse me, I feel like it was just like the tip of the iceberg. And, of course, like immediately after I ended the show last week, there were some huge heavy hitters, like Invincible, stuff like that. But I don't know. It really seems like DC, or maybe this is just from me being a DC person. It seems like the DC world, has won the San Diego Comic-Con reveals. There's just so many great DC figures, mostly Superman. It's just great. Hey, Jay, thanks for the super chat, dude. You are awesome. You're the man. And hey, it's August. I'll be seeing you soon. Very, very exciting. Hey, Stubbs. Thanks for coming in here. Gedanken say it's fantastic. Ich bin dankbar. Yeah. Vamp, hey, dude. Still want to contribute to your journey. Also, I'm finally able to tune in, but thanks for what you do, man. Thanks for the super chat, man. That's like $20. That's crazy. That's way too much. Thank you so much. Like that's really nice. That's way too much. Just you being here is more than enough. So before I talk about the toy news and stuff, quickly I just want to talk about one thing that I've talked about a couple times. Then I have something slightly that's kind of exciting to talk about first. So let me share. I've clicked the screen sharing mode, but there's nothing to be shared. There it is. So coming up soon in August, on August 17th, is the Toy Tuber Expo, first of its kind. Whoa, Toy Tuber Expo? I'm very curious about how this is going to go and what's going to happen, but it's happening. The Toy Tuber Expo, which is in Hasbrook Heights. Is that like what happens when Hasbro goes broke? They turn into Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. Well, either way, that's happening, and so I'm going to be there at the Toy Tuber Expo, and apparently there's going to be a lot of other toy related personalities from the internet that are being there. Like D Amazing is going to be there. Let's see, Duarte Studios, Nerdzoic, Four Horsemen, and Valaverse themselves, the coin companies, will be there. Displaying model behavior. That's pretty cool. He's going to be there if you know those guys. So that's pretty cool. And I'm quite excited, and they invited me. So I don't know what's going to happen. So if you're ever over there in the area, come on by and say, hey, I got some new Sirdork hats that I'm going to be trying to sell. Another tchotchke Sirdork crap, Anyway, that's pretty cool. So the only other thing I want to talk about quick before, and this is technically toy news. Oh, by the way, I see if anyone's throwing questions in, I will be doing a Q&A question answer at the end of the live stream. If you have any questions, I'll happily be able to answer them then. But until then, yeah, I'll probably miss it. And by the way, if you're watching later on Apple or listening on the podcast version on Apple Music or Spotify, thank you as well for listening through there. It is available there. So if you go over to Entertainment Earth, so if you know Entertainment Earth, it's a it's a toy website. It's probably one of the biggest well, probably the second one next to Big Bad Toy Store, right? Second biggest one, right? So if you're familiar with Entertainment Earth, I work with them a lot. They're really great. So if you go over there, right on the front page, there's this thing called Console Heroes. They're not just retro cartridges; they're video game legends. It's right there on the front page, and so they're these cool little Sega cartridges. And so here's a Street Fighter one. It's pretty cool, right? Right? All right, cool. You open it's a cartridge, you open it up, you got Ken and Ryu over there. Pretty cool. And then if you scroll, there's some official photography that I've done on each and every one of these. So I just finished a bunch of photos with these, and pretty cool. They're pretty neato things. And I didn't particularly grow up with a Sega Genesis, but there are a couple things in here that hit me in the feels. So I played a lot of Street Fighter 2 on Super Nintendo, so it's still, still got that. And my neighbor and I, my best friend growing up, we played so much of Altered Beast at his house growing up. So this is, I think it's cool. I think these are very cool, and it's fun to be a part of the inception of a brand new toy line. So, yeah, they're cool, right? They're cool, right, Silver? Yeah, they're pretty cool. So if you're interested, they're on there, and I just wanted to share that. It's kind of exciting, it's kind of exciting. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get into there's so much toy news. There's so many action figure reveals that happened at San Diego Comic-Con. Is anyone here watching? Did anyone actually go to San Diego Comic-Con and actually enjoy it? I have a big San Diego Comic-Con exclusive right here. Here, let me show it to you. Hang on. See ya. I'll be right back. I'm still here. So this right here, I had somebody pick up for me. I actually had two of them picked up for me. This is the Battle of Heroes. Anakin, Obi-Wan. So that's very exciting. Oh no, the cardboard just broke on me. That's disappointing. Oh well. So that's pretty cool, and I'm planning on doing a review on that next week. So very, very, very cool. And one thing I really wanted to grab too was that Hammond collection, the green T-Rex, and I did not get a hold of that. If anyone's got an extra one of those, let me know, because I'd be interested in that. But as far as just reveals are concerned, there were a lot of them. So I kind of have things organized, but I'm just gonna go through one by one with a bunch of action figure reveals that came out. All right, Lucas Swinkles with the Lightning McQueen. I don't know what, honestly, you keep distracting. I'm trying to pay attention to the live chat, and I just keep seeing Lightning McQueen. So there we go. So starting out, whoa, where am I here? Starting out from the bottom, there's this Hasbro stuff. Oh my gosh. And a lot of the things I have saved here to talk about aren't actually SDCC reveals. They're like, there's more. There's just from other places, which I'm not really sure. But just like all toy reveals that came out that I thought were noteworthy or that I'm interested in or that you'd be interested in. Here we go. So I talked about this last week. And there wasn't a whole lot of information. But this right here is a 3-0. It's a DLX Spider-Man, and it's I don't think it's 1/12. It doesn't say 1/12 on here, and the other DLX are a little bit bigger than 1/12. But man, this looks amazing, right? And if you have any of these, well, if you have anything 3-0, you're getting extremely high quality. Oh, I forgot to turn my light on. You're getting extremely high quality from 3-0, and just seeing them in a smaller scale like this, the DLX looks amazing. And so now there's a lot more photos and images of the Spider-Man, and the detail looks crazy. There's also a Miles Morales coming, and this is exactly this is the Spider-Man video game, the PS5. I think it's the PS5, but it looks cool as heck, right? I mean, like, the figure itself looks cool. I'm just mostly interested because I'm like, well, 3-0 doing maybe like 1/12. I don't know. And so this post is from Isaac Wong Toys. He said he just asked the staff from 3.0. The DLX PS Spider-Man scale will be more close to 112, but is still tuning. Let's wait for the final product. So it might be, I don't know, maybe it'll be 112. I don't know. Ray Burbine says hi. Thank you for coming in. And they're making a Venom 2, JJ Garcia. Where'd you see that? JJ Garcia, they're making a Venom 2. Well, if it's a Venom from this video game, I'm assuming it's going to be quite the large Venom, right? Venom's going to be hearing me call his name. He's going to come in here any second. So that's pretty cool. That's very neat. There is a lot of McFarlane stuff, but this is one that actually, it looks like it's up for pre-order at GameStop and EB Games, which is just crazy to me seeing that, even though I'm sure people from Canada have seen that. But this is a giant like rubber duck vehicle from Batman Returns with Penguin in it, and it's got like a penguin that's in like his underwear, from the movie. And it's just, I don't know, seeing the big stuff like this is very exciting. Probably won't cover Toys with Tank is into it. Need that. Okay, Spaded One. You got some. I think you've got a point here. Spaded One McDecentury says, I feel like 112 is about to go through a quality renaissance. Companies like InArt have entered that scale, and new companies are swinging haymakers. You're right, Spaded One. I think they're all seeing the lucrative opportunities that are there, and I wouldn't be surprised if Hot Toys starts throwing out 112 stuff. That would be crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. So we'll see. We'll see. And we will be talking about some of the stuff that you just talked about it's in the thumbnail. So, and technology is better too. That's definitely a part of it. The better the technology, the more inexpensive and it will be for companies to create quality figures for us to buy them at a reasonable price. So that's pretty cool. So this was the only reveals that I saw about new Hammond collection. And I'm pretty new to this line. I'm pretty new to dinosaurs, stuff like that, but I've been getting into it pretty hard lately. Go figure, go. What's up? Comic Dad says, I still think Mezco is the top dog for 112. Well, sometimes they are. So right here, this is a dinosaur. So obviously, this is the Ornitholestes. All right, Ornitholestes, which if you're listening to this and you don't know what this is either, it's kind of like a raptor, but it's I don't know, it's got a little bit more of a friendlier looking face. It's less intimidating, and it's orangish, brownish. It's kind of cool. Vamps. It's a dinosaur. PTY, hey man, greetings from Panama. So this is the Ornitholestes. And then we got the Dryosaurus. So what happens, once the dinosaur comes out of the water and stays in the sun for a while, and there's no more water on it, it becomes the Dryosaurus because it's dry. So there you go. And this is another, it's I'm not going to say it. To me, as a non-dinosaur person, this is like a mixture of like a raptor and a brachiosaurus, kind of like that, but he's got a weird looking white face with a wide open mouth. So there's that. He's coming out. And then this one does not have a name. This is the Moosaurus. And I don't know, all three of these guys are pretty uninteresting to me, I'm not going to lie. But that's because the only dinosaurs I know of are from watching Jurassic Park as a kid, not even like as an adult. So like I'm very much a noob with Jurassic Park or dinosaurs in general. So if it's not like the T-Rex or something, I'm like, who's this? So there's that. Oh yeah, Silver Moon says the blurry photo makes it look like a cryptid. Yeah. So that's coming out. Honestly, that makes me not very excited, but who knows? Maybe there'll be some other ones. So that's and thank you Collect Jurassic for posting that. Okay, this is where the heat starts coming in. So thank you, MCU Collector 24. This is posted this. This right here is it's Deathstroke. Here we go. And this is from InArt 112. So InArt is an overseas company that has been putting out really incredible looking 1/6 scale figures. Like, take a hot toy and make it even better. And so they started doing 1/12 recently, and they made a big splash when they dropped their Batman Dark Knight Rises figure. Like, they did a great job with marketing on that, because they sent one to just about every action figure person on the internet, including me, and everybody saw it on their news feed for the past for 2 weeks straight, and it was everywhere. So they did a great job. So here's the InArt whatever, and so these are a bunch of new InArt figures. So I'm pretty excited. So JJ Garcia says, is it like Mezco? I don't think so, because they're not really doing soft good. I mean, they are doing soft goods, but not like the entire suit is soft goods. So Spaded One was talking about it. He says, see? InArt's not messing around. No. This is InArt dropped exactly what I was hoping they would drop. So here we go. This is Deathstroke, and this is Deathstroke from the Arkham games, which this is really where Deathstroke got his big he's been around obviously for decades, but like once Deathstroke was in the Arkham games, that's when everyone was like, this guy is cool. So the detail is crazy, absolutely gorgeous, looks incredible, so amazing. And so here we go. This one I think has already been revealed. This is, so if you played Arkham Origins and you played the DLC with Mr. Freeze, you got this really cool like cryo heat suit, and that's what this is, which is pretty cool. Surprising that I'm surprised this figure didn't get more. This suit didn't get more love when the game came out. I really liked the game, but this is this suit is cool, and in action figure form, bang, dang, looks good. Hey, Silent Frog, thanks for coming in. Yeah, Stubbs I want the Deathstroke too. I want all of these. I want them all. So yeah, very, very good looking. But this is the gray prototype. He's not painted or anything yet, but boy, does it look good. And if it's at anything like the quality of that Dark Knight Rises one, we're all gonna be loving it. But the thing is, they're like, I don't know if they're Chinese. They might be Chinese, but they don't have a direct way of selling so you can't pick this up on any of the big US vendors. You got to go to like Calcus will have them, Bombus B will have them, Toys Metaverse probably. And so this one's been revealed already too. This is the 112 Batman Who Laughs figure. So if you read the Dark Knight's Metal from a few years back, pretty cool. I mean, I really think this is a really cool character, but I feel like I've just seen him so much since then. It's just like, but the figure looks amazing. Looks really, really amazing. What flavor Monster? So I'm not drinking a Monster. I'm drinking a Rain, which technically is a Monster product. I love Rain's my favorite. This is the Rainbow Sherbet. Do you say sherbet or sherbet? I don't know. So yeah, this guy's cool. But okay, here comes the heat. I think it might be next. Gaseous says, "Love the toy hunt." Thanks, dude. I'm so glad. I'm coming to keep doing them every week. Okay, sorry, maybe not. But actually, this one's interesting because this is the Catwoman, the one also from Dark Knight Rises. And I thought that they already revealed her painted and ready to go. And so this is the gray version. So it's like, did they take a back step? Maybe they had to make some changes or something. And so they don't have a fully ready to go version of the newer one with changes. I don't know. But great. So and I know this actress so very well, but I don't know why her name always escapes me when I'm trying to think of her name. Selena Kyle. Obviously, it's not her. Why? What is the heck is this actress's name? Anne Hathaway. Thank you. Toys with Tank. And everyone else is probably, Anne Hathaway. Thank you, everybody. But yeah, she looks good. I haven't watched Dark Knight Rises again in a while, so I'm gonna have to watch it again. But no. Okay, here we go. And this is the Batman, Robert Pattinson, and boy, this looks crazy. This I feel like this looks better than like the movie. Whew, man, looks so good. And we've gotten a lot of him. There's been a Figure Arts, there's a Mafex, there's a McFarlane, there's the Fonjoy. There's been a lot of the Batman. So to be honest, I'm not super interested in this. And I like this version of the Batman, but not a whole lot. But boy, it looks good, doesn't it? Like all the details on the suit looks crazy. Master Tabby's like, that looks awesome. So detailed. Yeah, it looks crazy. I don't know. Spaded again. No clue how they're packing this kind of fabric detail into hard painted plastic. I don't know. Maybe there's something that they're able to do, or maybe they're just not making any money off of these. Whoa, Go Figure Go says, dare I say definitive version? This is the definitive version of Batman, or this figure is the definitive version of this version of Batman? That's what I want. I'm curious. Okay, here we go. This is the heat right here. This is it doesn't look like it's ready yet. The paint is ready to go, but there's no joints yet. This is the Batfleck. Specifically, this is the Batfleck from Batman versus Superman. And you can tell because he's got that thick neck. Look at that neck. Ah, God. I mean, sorry, I'm a big BVS fan. And then, when Justice League came out, whatever, well, that's a different story. But, the suit was looked the same, but it wasn't the same. There was a whole lot of different details, including that neck was not there. And I don't know. And so we're getting this excites me so much. An InArt quality of Ben Affleck Batman. Oh my God, that is just so exciting to me. And it looks pretty great. There's definitely no wired cape on it. There was no wired cape on the Christian Bale one either. Go figure. That boy thick. That's a thick ass boy. And so yeah, like it looks great. Yeah, it's still an early figure. There's no joints or anything, but it looks good. It looks like Ben. That neck is thick. Yes, play on the phone. This is InArt. We're talking about InArt. Yeah, it looks good, man. And I went to go see Superman again last night, and it was great. I love the movie even more now. But as I was watching it, I was like, man, I want to watch Man of Steel and BVS again, even though I just watched it like a month ago. So I might give it another watch. But this right here, this is it. This is it. I mean, as long as this figure comes out and is exactly what I'm hoping it'll be, I might be ready. I can quit. I might just quit collecting and action figures because this is it. This is I don't need anything else. No, that'll never happen. That would be bad. But this is Henry Cavill. InArt 112. And it's interesting, this suit itself. No, this is definitely BVS. Never mind. This is definitely the BVS version. His hair is definitely very BVS. The face the face looks very good. But I don't think it looks quite as good as that Christian Bale one. I think the Christian Bale one looks more like Christian Bale than this looks like Henry. But who cares? It's great. It's close enough, But it looks incredible. It's beautiful. Just look at it. Also, doesn't look like it has a wired cape. That's okay. The cape is almost a little too red, don't you think? The cape should be a little bit closer to the color of the boots, right? Is that just me? Doesn't matter. If I get this thing exactly as is, that's great. But it definitely kind of looks like it, right? Nerf Herder is like, we need Calvin and Hobbes figure. I mean, I don't disagree, but like we're talking about Superman. Lucian says a little too muscly. Maybe there's definitely some definition in there, like in his abs and stuff. That's a little bit more than he is in the movie. Go Figure Go says brighter red to make the bounce more. You're right. The brighter red definitely does. But I'm just thinking about as far as it being. I hate the quote screen accurate, comic accurate. I hate using that term. Like, it's not this accurate. Like, well, what do you mean? Like, it's not like they shot for accuracy and missed. Like, oh, they're inaccurate. They missed. most of the time it's a choice, so it doesn't necessarily mean accuracy. But if I am being pedantic, which I am, I think if it was a little bit less red, then it would probably yeah. And David Lantine, yes, I did see Superman again yesterday. And seeing it again was great. I think I enjoyed it even more the second time. Domesticated Caveman says, "Where are the joints?" LOL. I just think they haven't gotten there yet. These are prototypes to show off, so they'll get to the joints. Get to the joints soon. So lots of great InArt, right? I can't remember who said it, but I think we're heading into a another 1/12 scale, a 1/12 scale renaissance, if you will. And there's some other surprises I've got later on that were not from SDCC that I'm like, what is this? So we'll get to that soon. So there's InArt for you. And by the way, there's 60 people here. Thank you so much, everybody who's here watching. If you're enjoying it, if you like the stream, like the video, that would be so appreciated. Really, really would. Okay, well, what's next? What do we got here? Okay, so this is from the It's Geek Effect. He posted this. By the way, he's got a really, really fantastic YouTube channel. If I'm sure a lot of people watching might already be familiar. But so recently we heard that Jada Toys had acquired the license to create action figures from Invincible. So if you've watched Invincible, I'm sure I can't think of anyone who's watched Invincible that doesn't like really love it. I think Invincible is pretty cool, and I'm in. I'm in. And so we've seen the first 3 action figures. Excuse me, for Invincible by Jada Toys, and so we've got the blue Invincible from the most recent season. That's season 3, right? We've got the blue one, so the new suit where he's he's all badass now, blue and black suit. Interesting. And then we've got Conquest, the crap, what's the name of their race of I keep wanting to say Thanagar. That's where Hawk Girl's from. Viltrum, Viltrumite. And yeah, he looks really, really good. Detail looks fantastic. It certainly is meeting the stylization of the TV show. Thank you everyone in the live chat who like Silver, Master Tabby. I couldn't think of Viltrumite. Zach Y says these are instant pickups. Yeah, honestly. Well, okay. Well, here when I finish showing these off, I got some interesting things to say. And then we've got Invincible's little half brother, which I can never remember his name. He's his dad created a baby with another alien from that other world. If you want to watch Invincible, it's on Amazon. It's really, really good. Oliver, thank you, NN. I really trust me. I really appreciate. I need your help. So thank you. Omni Boy, right? So, and he looks good too. He looks really good too. And the only thing I'm thinking is interesting first choices. Like they're like, okay, we're gonna put out our first 3 figures. Should we go with the recency bias and go with the characters right from the last season, or should we start off with the fundamentals and do an Invincible, Omni-Man, blah blah blah? And they said no, we're not going to do the basics first. We're going to go with the most recent stuff, which is interesting to me. And if I'm being honest, I would rather have a regular Invincible and an Omni-Man first than than these, which is very interesting that they decided to do this. So I'm still going to get them either way. But I'm wondering if that was a choice. Like, hey, let's go with what's hot. Or maybe they're thinking, oh, well, Diamond Select already did these, so let's go with these first since these haven't been done ever. Toys with Tank says this yellow suit is better in my opinion. I think the yellow suit is better too, only because it's the regular version. It's like the main version. Even though I think the goggles on his eyes are so dumb. I think if he got rid of those goggles, those little bubbles on his eyes, he would be so much cooler. I think they're really lame. Zach's like, I haven't seen Invincible, but these figures are making me want to. Yeah, you know what? Invincible does a great job. You watch the first episode and you're like, oh, okay, I'm in. Jerry's like, the Diamond Select ones were ass. Where is he? Where is Omni-Man? I agree. Yeah, I would much rather. I would like to have Omni-Man more than anything else. But so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. They look like really good looking figures. So I'll definitely be picking them up. So I don't know when yet, but Entertainment Earth will have them up. They've got a big Jada Toys selection, but they also had some other stuff. They had a bunch of Cyberpunk figures. And I've gotten a lot of people saying, "Hey, can you please get those Cyberpunk Jada Toys figures?" I haven't gotten them only because I've never watched the anime, and I played the game for a little bit and I wasn't that into it, so I passed. The character designs look cool, but I'm just not necessarily super interested. The figures look really great though. They really do. They really do. So I probably still won't pick them up. So that's I gotta pick and choose. So what Invincible figs we're getting next? I don't know. Hopefully Omni-Man, regular Invincible. There's so many characters though. Rex and other Viltrumites and the other heroes, the Immortal. There's so many. I think Jada Toys is really, really gonna be rising to. I don't know. They'll never be like a giant like Hasbro or Mattel or something, but I think they're gonna keep rising up. Them and Blockies, they're gonna keep rising up. All right, what's next? Oh, hello. Hang on. That was a top 10 one. Stop! Don't look. Actually, no, we're okay. Let me find my spot again. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this next one here. I don't know if you're ready for this. I still got a bunch. This is actually pretty recent. I saw this last night and I was like, what is this? So this is this account called Mezco HK is the account. They post a lot of good stuff, but this is some other kind of 1/12 scale. And I don't know if these are officially licensed or not. But it says new 1/12 scale. The brand is called LPZZ. And this is at China Joy 2025, where these are being shown off. And this is wild. Yes, it's another Deathstroke. Just wait till I scroll. If you haven't, just wait till I scroll to these other ones. Obviously, the Deathstroke looks amazing. He's one of my favorite characters. This looks a little better than the InArt, doesn't it? I've never heard of this before either. So LPZZ. New 1/12 scale Batman collection. And so here's Deathstroke. This is also just the Arkham version from the game. And it looks great. He's got lots of hands. He's got extra faces. This has an unmasked head. He's got a sword, a gun. So pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. It looks absolutely incredible. And everything here is in Chinese, so I'm only reading what's in the actual post caption. So here's a close up. Like, what? That looks crazy. 1/12 scale is, I mean, yes, 1/12 scale is around the 6-inch. Yes, so 1/12 the size of a real person. So here we go. Here's more of that Deathstroke. This is another figure. This is the Batman Who Laughs. This is more accurate to the comics than the InArt one. So, I mean, looks good. Looks good. I have just wait. He looks really great. This is a little bit less of a crazy realism that the InArt had, but this is more comic booky looking. So that looks good. Also by LPZZ. It does say DC01 right here. So I'm imagining these are officially licensed. Yeah, it says Dark Knight's Metal right there. So these are officially licensed. So that's really cool. Really, really cool. So this is Batman. And this is Hush. This is a Hush Batman. And would you look at this? This is also a prototype. It's not gray, it's tan. But this has got Jim Lee written all over it. I look at this and I'm like, this like makes Mafex look like a toy. I mean, obviously it is, but just look at this. It looks amazing. This looks so good. The details crazy. What? Butterbat bump stripes as Butterbat. He does look like butter, kind of. Spaded one says these look great, but I prefer the InArt so far. I feel like they show their joints a little more, still great. Yeah, and these are still clearly prototypes because there's no joints and elbows, but you can tell they've got like a butterfly looking thing in there. But man, this looks like way better than a Mafex Hush figure, and it looks good. But the one thing I'm noticing though, the cape it is just a solid piece of plastic. So, but I don't know, maybe that'll be changed into a cloth way later on. But wow, does that look amazing or what? Oh God. Okay, so and then right next to it is another head, a unmasked Bruce Wayne head. Crazy. But it looks wild. And then here is Superman. Look at this. Oh, like when I think of this and I think of the Mafex Hush Superman, it's like, what? This looks so good. Whew. Crazy. Spaded says those joints are basically impossible to hide if they're going to do comic stuff. These are going to be up against. See, the thing about joints being hidden is that's something that's really not a priority to me. Like if you see big pins, yeah, that is a little bit uglier, but he looks good. I don't know. This looks good. And I don't know anything about this brand. Who knows? This could be another situation where it looks incredible, but you get it and you're like, ugh, this sucks. I hope not. So it just looks great. Like, would you look at that? Batman. If these could be the best looking Batman and Superman, figures ever. If so, we will see. These are prototype figures, by the way, everybody. I know, yes. Usually when they're showing off, what they got, and they haven't gotten to the paint and colors yet, this is what we got. So I've never heard of this brand, LPZZ, but I'll be watching their career with great interest. Okay, Otherworld Arsenal. Hey, Otherworld Arsenal. Hey, thanks for coming in. I've got the LPZZ Arkham Knight Batman on the way. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that because I've never heard of LPZZ at all, and so maybe I have inadvertently. Would they bring me out of retirement in the make-believe world in which I did retire after that Henry Cavill Superman? Yes, they would bring me right out. Maybe I'll retire for like an afternoon and then I'll come back. Crazy, yeah. Phew. Spaded. I'm enjoying the feedback you're throwing in, Spaded. I need to see how they're gonna do the skin on these comic book figures. Are they gonna go for realism or comic accuracy? I mean, it seems like they're going for comic. So, but there's a good combination of comic book eness and realism because there's wrinkles and stuff. If you look at the legs, there's wrinkles in the suit, and I mean that's not necessarily not comic booky, but it seems a little bit more realistic than the way Mafex does it, and I'm sure that they are obviously well aware of the fact that the Mafex ones exist, and they want, they're not going to just put out the same thing. They want to have their own spin on it. So I don't know. Where is Superman with light up eyes? Oh, the Mezco Superman has light up eyes. There's probably some other ones that do, but the one that I ranked as my number one in my top Superman, that does have light up eyes. I don't use it as often, but he does have light up eyes. So there's that. Yeah, this is pretty crazy to me, and I'm spending a lot of time talking about these ones because they've got me very excited. So moving on. So this is another figure that I think was revealed at the same convention, not at San Diego Comic-Con. This is the Gong Studio Hush Batman. Why is everyone? I mean, yeah, Hush is like, in my opinion, the most iconic Batman art. If you Google Batman, you're gonna get something from Hush, and that beautiful Jim Lee artwork. And by the way, Jim Lee does follow me on Instagram. Just saying. Just saying. It's my biggest flex, I think. But so here, this is the Gong. So if I'm sure you're familiar with Pop Mart. Pop Mart is very popular right now, but they also did a Gong has done the Pacific Rim stuff. They've got some other stuff coming out. They did the Gypsy Danger, and they've also done the Superman from Kingdom Come, and that's a pretty cool stinking figure. And so now they're doing a Hush Batman. To be honest, I'm not seeing a lot of Jim Lee in this by any means, like at all, really. Like I saw this and I was like, oh, this is, oh yeah, okay, I guess this is Hush, judging by the suit and everything. It doesn't feel very Jim Lee-ish, but it looks good. It looks good. I'll definitely be curious about it. Definitely be curious because the last one was good. And the one thing I didn't love about the other Gong one was the lack of wire in the cape. And there is definitely multiple wires in this cape, lots of them, and they look pretty nicely integrated into the shoulder pad. It looks good. It looks pretty good. Yeah, Vamp. I had to flex. I'm very proud of that. So my two proudest things of people who follow me is Jim Lee and Tyrese. Like Tyrese from Fast and Furious and stuff. Yeah, he follows me on Instagram. Right? Those are my biggest flexes I've got. So yeah, Gong is gonna keep. I imagine we're gonna keep seeing more and more from Gong Studio. So I'm very, very curious to see what they're doing too. So, like I was saying, lots of DC love, but lots of Hush. Otherworld Arsenal says Hush is kind of the definitive look for so many characters. Yeah, I think you're right. That really is I think that's a really good way to say it. And that's probably why they keep going back to it. But I feel like Hush, there's also a lot of characters in Hush too. Like all the main Batman people show up in there. But don't worry, we got more Jim Lee figures coming later on. Lots more. So here we go. This is another figure. This is an unlicensed figure. New official shots of the Chaos Black Return head sculpt are here, and it's perfect tribute. For those who don't know, this sculpt is based on the legendary Batman from Frank Miller's masterpiece, The Dark Knight Returns. It captures the 55-year-old battle-weary Bruce Wayne, comes out of retirement from one last fight. So this is actually really interesting to me. Oh, wait. Chaos Black Return head sculpt. Oh, maybe this might. Is this? Okay, I might be reading into this wrong, because I'm seeing this as, Chaos is doing a like. Okay, you know what? I think I'm reading this and I'm like, they're not. Okay, so when I saw this initially, I thought, there's a new Chaos Nightmare Batman coming out, and Chaos is like an unlicensed brand. They did, and apparently them and Muff Toys are one and the same, and they did a really great Superman lately. And so I think this is just a head on top of the Muff Toys Kryptonite Seeker, not necessarily a Dark Knight Returns stylization version of Nightmare from BVS, from Zack Snyder's and Justice League and stuff. So that, that's, I could be wrong. So yeah, I don't know. Either way, I mean, this could be very, very possible to do with just if you get the Muff Toys Kryptonite Seeker and then this new thing. So if I'm screwing that up, if anyone knows better, let me know. So yeah, man, I feel like I should have read that first. Oh well, I'm gonna move on. And I do have a review on the Muff Toys one that I'm talking about very soon. I've got it on my shelf there. I'm planning on doing it. Just got tons of stuff coming up. Okay, this is not a new reveal, but there was a Mezco new movie Superman on on display at San Diego Comic-Con that looked a little bit weird. It looked like John Hamm. That's what I was saying. But these okay, so officially it's up for pre-order now. That new Superman is up for pre-order now, and you can find it on Entertainment Earth. You can find it on Big Bad Toy Store, all the big ones. It's up on the Mezco toys, whatever. I pre-ordered it. Very, very exciting. But oh man, I'm getting hot. I gotta take my sweatshirt off. 1 second, and put waiting music here. Okay, there we go. Much better. So, but I was saying that this looked like John Hamm, but this new photography of the Superman figure looks way better. Right? This looks good. This if this is really what it looks like, this is the best looking David Cornsweet Superman sculpt we've got, right? Like that really looks like him. I'm in, and so I pre-ordered it. It's like 120 on Entertainment Earth. I don't remember what the delivery date was. It was sometime next year, so hopefully it doesn't get pushed back. But I'm very, very excited. I think it looks really good. It comes with plenty of heads. Still no smiling head though. Why is there like so rarely a smiling face on Superman? It's just so weird. So weird. And so play on the phone. Yeah, it's up for pre-order. And so there's some great images here. Right? That head looks good. That looks just like him. The texture and everything on the suit looks really good. The heat vision looks really good. Of course, we've got the recreation of the poster right here. I'm actually kind of I'm happy. Usually, I'm very critical of whoever the photographer for Mezco is. And I'm always like, man, who does these photos? They could be so much better. But these look really good. Very, very good. And that face is really good. The eyes, the red eyes. I bet you that'll have light up eyes. It kind of looks like it. Miguel. Spaded One says the design of the movie suit lends itself well to Mezco. The real suit with thick fabric with obvious fold. Yeah, you're right, because it looks like it's thick on the actor in the movie, so it'll kind of work as far as being on an action figure. So yeah, if you haven't pre-ordered him, go for it. There's lots of great photos. I'm in. I think he looks quite good. This could be the best looking Superman we've got, but we got more coming. Just not the only one, and I'll talk more about it coming soon in this video. Metallic Kaiju says, review more Kaiju / Godzilla. I feel like I do a lot, right? Well, Sunday I will be doing a Kaiju video just for you, Metallic Kaiju. This Sunday, my next video is a Kaiju, but it's not Godzilla though. Oh, anyway. So now we're moving on to Marvel. So, last time I did talk about the Magic the Gathering and Spider-Man collaboration action figures, stuff like that. But the Spider-Man wasn't revealed at the moment. It was just the Agent Anti-Venom. And so we've got a really cool looking battle damaged Spider-Man, which looks pretty cool, right? Like he looks good. Looks really cool. It's like $40 for this. I think the packaging's cool. Looks good. It's kind of the style of like of what the Maximum Spider-Man is. And it comes with a magic card, which is cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with the card when I get the figure. Maybe I'll put it on eBay and sell it for like 40 cents. Silver Moon says, I feel like Magic the Gathering collectors are going to be angry that they have to buy a whole figure just to get the card they want. Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. So very cool. And this is also up for pre-order now as well. Entertainment Earth has it. I just pre-ordered it like an hour before or less ago. So, yeah, they're up there. So there's this new Spider-Man. This is probably going to be the one to sell out first, but it was still in stock earlier. So there we go. And this is another one of those Magic the Gathering ones with Mary Jane Watson Iron Spider. Very cool. Not something I'm particularly interested in, but pretty stinking cool. and it's got the same Magic the Gathering packaging and all that. Looks pretty great. So there's that one, as well as Wolfman, or sorry, Man Wolf. I didn't know that this character existed until I saw this action figure, but that's pretty cool. Also, this seems more up the alley of Magic the Gathering, but yeah, so he looks great. I guess he's got arrows and stuff. So yeah, there's Man Wolf tool too. All right, Emmanuel says, I was able to get in an order of the battle damage Spidey and Anti-Venom. Super hype. That's super hype. I'm hyped for you, dude. So awesome. So awesome. So I think that's it for those. And next, I just have like a huge list of Marvel Legends that are up for pre-order now. So there's an Uncanny X-Men Storm, which looks like really, really great. And then we've got an older Wolverine. Well, this is not the older Wolverine, but he's got the jacket and stuff. This is from X-Men 97. The bomber jacket Wolverine. He's got some cards and stuff. This looks really good. Really, really good. Got the card back on the the packaging and everything. Looks great. And look at Logan as a gruff mutant with an accelerated healing factor and 3 retractable adamantium claws on each hand. That's cool. You can take them out. There's that. And then we've got Sunspot, also from X-Men 97. Pretty cool. It's got some fire effects and some hands. Looks pretty great. We've got Cable from X-Men 97. And his packaging is jam-packed full of stuff. Big guns, effects, hands, everything. Looking real, real good. Emmanuel, okay, so I'm sorry, question. Are you going to do a video on the Gamerverse Psylocke and Thanos 2-pack that I got on the toy hunt? I'm not sure yet. I have a lot of stuff lined up that I just keep. It's really tough because there's a lot of figures that come out around the same time that are very popular and like need to go out now because they're out. But I've got so many of them and I can only do X amount of videos, so I have to make priorities, and sometimes things fall on the back burner too long and I just can't make videos for them. So we'll see. Next we've got a what's her name, Emma Frost. She looks really good, also from X-Men 97 with the classic retro packaging. Love it. And Jubilee, she looks great. She's got some really cool hand like effects that come with her. That looks great. Really, really great. Whoa, Domesticated Caveman has all of these on pre-order. Cool. So cool. Let's see. Also, big thanks to MCU Collector 24. I'm grabbing a lot of these posts from this account. So I'm giving them a follow. They post a lot of good stuff. We've got Morph over here, also from X-Men 97, with a couple different heads that he can morph into, which is kind of cool. And then this one I've seen a lot of backlash for. This is a 2-pack with Rogue and Gambit. But Gambit he's wearing like the shorts and he's shirtless, like from X-Men 97, and he's got a basketball and stuff like that. And the Rogue looks good. She looks like her normal self from the series, and she's got a soft goods like crop top on. And so I've seen a lot of just negative criticism about the shirtless Gambit. Apparently, they just used the body of one of the starting lineup basketball figures and then put Gambit head on it. And to be honest, those kinds of reuses of pieces from other figures doesn't bother me at all. Like I know it bothers other people, but not me. I think it's fine. And it looks good. I do agree though, like the ab crunch and everything is a little bit ugly on it. But it's okay. It looks a little weird. He almost has a little bit of like a dad bod, so that makes me feel a little bit better. If Gambit can have a dad bod, then I can too. So that's cool. So I appreciate that, Hasbro, whether that was on purpose or not. Speedy Toy says, do you want to buy one of these Marvel Legends? To be honest, a lot of the ones that I've just talked about, these X-Men ones. Not hugely interested, to be honest. But maybe, who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Then we've got another 2-pack of X-Men 97 with Wolverine and Storm. This one looks really good. I mean, in my opinion, I've got enough Wolverines, but they do look like great figures. This extra Storm head looks awesome. And it just looks like a great Storm figure in general. And the open mouth on Wolverine looks really good. So I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. Metallic Kaiju says, "Would you want a Marvel Rivals line from Marvel Legends?" I have never played Marvel Rivals, but it's very popular. So I'm honestly kind of surprised that that's not already a thing. Just seems kind of weird that they wouldn't be capitalizing on that. I'm sure it'll happen. Blockies is doing it, so there's that. Coming up next, we've got a 2-pack X-Men 97 with Cyclops and Jean Grey. Which looks pretty cool. Really, really great. And then that's it for Marvel. For now. Marvel Legends, for now. I think, I don't know. That might be it. But I've got some Black Series stuff next. And this is pretty cool to me. I'm surprised this hasn't come out yet. This is Black Series The Stranger, or Kimir, from The Acolyte, which a lot of people didn't like The Acolyte. That's fair. I thought it was cool. I liked it. And the best part of the show was this character. Honestly, it's not even close. He's so cool. He was so awesome. And, an action figure of him would be great. And so I like the way this figure is done. He's got a mixture of soft goods and harder plastic. So he's got a harder plastic robe as well as a soft plastic robe. It's like a mixture of all of them. And he looks really good. And it's weird because in the show, the helmet that Kimir wears does not look like this copper color, but it is copper. But it doesn't look that way in the show. It's so, I don't know, weathered, or the way the lighting is. It doesn't look so. So all of the merchandise having this really copper orange looking helmet is really, it's distracting because it doesn't look that way in the show. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I feel like they should tone down that copper a little bit. Master Tabby says he loved my custom. Thank you very much. I actually don't have the custom anymore. I sent it to Matt from the Star Wars Time Show. If spoiler alert from Nadia, aren't you busy enjoying some board games right now? Nadia's at Gen Con right now, living it up, having a wonderful time, I'm sure. I know she is. But don't worry, we'll watch The Acolyte eventually. Don't worry. But I think this is whether or not you liked The Acolyte, I think this figure is just undeniably cool, and this character is undeniably cool. He's just really cool. And even if you didn't like the show, he just looks cool. If you want just a cool Sith looking figure, there it is. So very cool. The Stranger. I'll probably pick him up. Yeah, yes, Lucian. It looked more like iron with copper highlights. I agree, but not so much in plastic form, apparently. And then this one is a pretty big deal. So this is a new Darth Vader and a new Luke from the, one of the most famous scenes in Star Wars, in the Bespin duel. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. He told me you killed him. So it's not only new figures, but it's also diorama too. So Star Wars Black Series Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker includes a 6-inch action figure, vehicles, and roleplay items for. Okay, so Luke and Vader and diorama. So here's Vader looking great. He's got some soft goods going on, and it's got the little platform, And look at this Vader. He's got a wired cape. Is this the first Hasbro with a wired cape? Is this it? Are they taking a little bit out of McFarlane's book and saying, you know what? We can put wired capes on our figures. Very interesting, right? This is cool. I wonder what else is different about the Vader figure, if there is anything different. I mean, it looks. I can't tell about anything different. But a wired cape, pretty wild, right? And then here is the Luke, and this Luke looks so good. Like sometimes I look at him like, oh right, another Luke, but I'm like, just look at this though. This is like really great, right? Nokja says, light up sabers, please. Next. Yeah, I don't know if the technology's there yet to have light up sabers in this small of a thing yet. I'm sure it'll be there soon enough. But these look really good, and these are going to sell out. This is the stuff they need to do more of. I mean, I don't know. Like they'll continue to just keep making their flagship, iconic characters better and better. But with the diorama and everything, it looks pretty good. Actually, there's not a lot of great pictures of the dioramas in this. Maybe I can find a better picture of it. Does Yak Face have a better picture? Let me see. Let's see here. Let's go to Yak Face. If Yak Face is like a really one of the best, probably the best Star Wars action figure like news outlets. If you follow on Instagram, that kind of thing. No, there's not any more pictures on here. Well, I don't know. They oh, not just his Pokemon SDCC stuff. Were there Pokemon action figures stuff at SDCC? Well, either way, I definitely want to see that wherever it is. Okay, so back to Star Wars. Coming up next, we got Ventress. And so this is Ventress this is like the bounty hunter version of her. And, Ventress is such a cool freaking character. And so more love for her, the better. Very, very into it. Even though I kind of like the more anti-hero version that, she is kind of more recently. So, yeah, love seeing. Oh, Stubb says on Hasbro Pulse. There's more pictures of that. Okay, so here's the Ventress. I'm going to check. Let me check the Hasbro Pulse page. Because that I would like to see. I want to see better photos of the diorama of that. Because it's pretty. I feel like that's a pretty big part of this whole thing. And without it, it just seems. What is going on? All right. Well, I found it. So here we go. Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, Empire Strikes Back. These are the same pictures here. But what's going on here? Why is this blank? Oh, it's already on pre-order? Okay, now I just have to go to the Hasbro Pulse. Hasbro Pulse. Hang on. Vader. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, here we go. This is the actual Hasbro Pulse page. It's just these photos. It's $70. It doesn't include the diorama? This Hasbro action figure 2-pack is detailed to look like Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, 23 pieces. Huh. Wow. I guess I'm wrong. I thought it came with this. It's just the 2-pack of the figures. Wow. Sorry, everyone, for misinformation. It says it's. Not seeing it in sold. Is it sold out? It doesn't. I was able to add it to my cart. What happens if I go to checkout? It seems like I'm able to buy it. So, maybe they restocked. I don't know. So there's that. So it does come with a diorama. It says the Darth Stargazer. I'm so confused. There's no way it would be it would be $70 with the diorama. There's no way. That's if it came with that diorama, it'd be like maybe like closer to 100, right? Well, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna pre-order it. Either way, because I definitely want it. So I'm just gonna move on to the next action figure. Man. All right, here we go. So coming up next on the thing here is oh wait, hang on. Coming up next, got a couple more Star Wars things. So there's Ventress. So it does come with the diorama, says Darth Stargate. All right. Okay, apparently it does come with the diorama. That's kind of an incredible price then. Wow. So next is Jango Fett, a new Jango Fett figure, which I'm surprised we haven't gotten more Jango lately. There just has not been a lot of Jango Fett. I'm waiting for a new like Figure Arts and that kind of thing too. So we've got a very, very good looking Jango Fett Black Series, brand new with a helmet that goes on and off, blasters, jetpack. Very, very good looking new Jango Fett. Looks like an all new figure. Great, awesome. I'm surprised we haven't gotten more of him recently. So that's great. Really, really great. And so, okay, I was wrong. This is not the last of the Marvel Legends. So this is one of the big ones. This is Mephisto. So $80 for this Mephisto figure. Crazy to me. So, I mean, my experience with this character, Mephisto, is going way back, reading very, very early Silver Surfer comics. All the time, Mephisto would fool Silver Surfer into thinking, like, if you do this for me, I'll give you back your girlfriend. And he'd fall for it. And so he looks just like he does in the comics. So he comes with a big throne, a big sword, a skull. And he is apparently pretty big figure too. He's bigger than the average 6-incher. That throne looks cool. The throne is like a big skull, right? Speedy, no, I don't believe this is a maximum labeled figure. It's just a Marvel Legends, right? Marvel Legends series, Marvel's Mephisto. Yeah. Okay, so and it also comes with a hard cape and a cloth cape. That's cool. That's pretty neat, actually. And so he is he's about an inch or two taller than a normal Marvel Legends. Hey, Toxin. You want to come say hi, buddy? Nah, he seems interested in a box. All right, Mephisto. That's a pretty big deal. Vicious Soldier says the photographer had some fun with this one. Yeah, definitely did. Hey, buddy. You want to come up? All right. Here's Toxin. Everybody say hi. Okay. All right. Coming up next. So this is from... So Hobby Genki posted this. This is a Revoltech. More from Attack on Titan. Which absolutely love this anime. And this is the Jaw Titan, right? The Jaw, is that what the name of it is? What's the name of this one? The one girl had this power, and then it was passed on to this guy, right? I'm trying to remember. So that looks good. This is one that I probably will pass on because I don't know. I might pass on him too. This is not a new reveal. This is the crap. I don't remember his name either. But they did reveal this giant colossal Titan. But there's no way this is articulated, right? Hang on. So, and if anyone's wondering, like, why haven't I done the reviews yet? A lot of the pre-orders that I've got with these guys are still just not in yet. So I don't know what the deal is. So if you're into Attack on Titan, they're doing clearly all of the Titans. So that's really, really cool. Well, not all of the Titans, but all of the main Titan powers. I don't remember what their names were. So really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, so the big reveal of the HasLab did turn out to be the LAT, the LAAT, the Republic gunship at the 3 3/4 inch vintage collection scale. And it looks good. It looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? So if you're wondering, hey, they've done 3 3/4 inch lats before. What's so different about this? Well, it is bigger. There's a comparison right here. It's bigger than the other one, so that's cool. Clearly, it's more detailed. It's got a lot more going on. And this collector right here seems very happy. She's taking a picture of it. I'm probably not going to back this. It seems as though this is going to very easily pass the HasLab goal, the whatever. But it looks cool. It looks really cool. I don't really have a place for big ships in my collection. That's not something I'm hugely interested in. If they did a Black Series N1 Starfighter for Mandalorian, yeah, then I would get that. But it does come with a clone trooper pilot. It comes with Agent Kolars, that's AC-10, and what's the other guy's name? I don't remember this Jedi's name, but Jango Fett kills him really quickly. I can't even read it. So we got some good looking stretch goals. It's a pretty, I don't know, it's pretty cool, but something about it is very underwhelming to me. It's just like, here it is. The stub says it's bigger than my apartment. But no, I think this is a really cool thing. This is something that I think all generations of Star Wars fans will appreciate it. The Clone Wars kids, the prequel kids, and even the original trilogy people will be like, yeah. So I think this is an easy every version of this will whatever. So here's the official HasLab imagery. This is from Yakface posting this. Hi, Mom. Everyone, please say hi to my mom in the live chat. So looking real good. So it comes, I think it automatically will come with the 2 clone pilots, and then the Jedi figures are some of the stretch goals. It looks good. These are all 3D render images. I don't think this is photography, but it sure can fit lots of it. It comes with a really good looking stand to hold it. So it's 20% bigger than the 2013 Republic gunship toy. Stubbs says, hi, Jared's mom. Coleman Trebor. Is that really his name is Coleman? I guess I just never knew that. JMG says, hi, Venom. Venom's not around. I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't know what he's doing. So more HasLab stuff. Pretty exciting. Has anyone backed the HasLab? Is anyone here who has actually gone and backed it? What's the, I don't even know how much it is. Like I've got it. Hang on. Let me see here. Hasbro Pulse. I'm on the website. HasLab. All right. I'm pulling up the current HasLab page. HasLab Star Wars Vintage Collection Republic gunship. 38 days. So far, it's at 2,741 backers. The target is 8,000 backers. So it seems like it's doing pretty good. It's not an instant back, like the Ghost was pretty quick, right? Venom is watching a bird again. Yeah, they've been watching the birds a lot. He's probably snoozing, to be honest. It's 400 for this. So here's the details on it. 450, 449.99. Fans, are you ready for your most crucial mission yet? Inspired by Star Wars, Attack of the Clones, the Vintage Collection, LAAT, gunship is ready to descend on the Separatist army. Hurry, we can only make this awesome tribute to the prequel trilogy with your help. Please give us your money so we can make this and profit off of it. We are a business after all. It's true, they are. So, and so with 10,000 backers, you get Coleman Trevor. Tier 2, 12,000 backers, you get Stacey Tin, and 1,400, you get Agent Kolar. I'm not gonna lie, those stretch goals are not very exciting. They're exciting for someone who's a really hardcore prequel vintage collection collector, because I think, you know, these ones probably haven't come out yet. So it's like, oh, cool, I can add these guys to my Jedi Council, you know. Valkatis says 500 is too much for this thing. You know, I don't know. It seems a little high. I mean, it's not 500. It's 450. So, I mean, yeah, it's basically 500, but that's still, you know, 450. I think it's a little bit high. I don't think it's way too high, but I get it. You know, it's pretty big. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and there's a lot of detail here. You know, not just sometimes the little details cost a lot to make, you know, and I get it. I get it. Speedy Toys says, do you have a HasLab? No, I haven't backed any HasLab ever. The only one I kind of regret not backing is the Galactus, because I think that's awesome, but I just, at the time, I did not have that kind of money. For sure, there was nothing I could have done about that. So here it is. Hasbro, you're welcome for the free advertising on your HasLab. No problem. Okay, let's get back. There's still more. There's a lot more stuff to cover here. So coming up next is, this is where we're getting started with the Mafex. Mafex just was like dropping the bombs. A real quick, Comic Dad says, if it were 1/12 scale, it'd be worth it. If it were 1/12 scale, it might be hard for me to say no to. I mean, but man, 1/12 scale of that ship, boy, that would be really big. That would be really, really big. So there were a lot of Mafex figures revealed here. So if you're a fan of the boys, which I am a huge fan of, Mafex has got more boys coming. So there's another Homelander coming out, which I wonder if it's just an updated sculpt. If so, that's pretty cool. And there is another new Billy Butcher coming, which he looks a little beefier, but with a beard, and he probably is just a little bit more of an updated sculpt. This Maeve here is not new. Well, it's new, but it's not a new reveal. So she's not up for pre-order, I think, yet, but I can't wait for her and A-Train coming very soon. There's Maeve. She looks good. She might even look better than she does in the show. Really good. This Billy Butcher looks beefed up. Is it just me? He just looks big. Man. Anyway, it's weird how even the soft goods have the same gray color as the plastic, right? Isn't that weird? It's almost like that. I don't know. That just seems weird. Homelander is a different, like, smiling face. Those soft goods are not gray though. However, and then this is the Iceman that I talked about last time, and there were a lot of different Spider-Mans revealed. Billy been to the butcher too much. Domesticated caveman. That was good. That got me. That was good. So we've got a blue Venom, but these are more like the smaller, like early version of Venom, like first kind of Todd McFarlane Venom. I have no idea what this thing is back here behind the Spider-Man 20. What is it? 2099 Ultimate, or I don't remember. But whatever this Spider-Man is, I have no idea what the heck this thing is over here. I've never seen that before in my life, but to get an action figure. And we've also got Scarlet Spider, this black and white Spider-Man. I also don't know what that is. And we've got like Ben Reilly, another black suit Spider-Man. Oh, hang on. I don't want to get 2099. Thank you, Lucian. 20. I knew it was something like that. So lots of Spider-Mans, all from Mafex, and I'm sure CT Toys will steal these molds and make them themselves for cheaper. So there's that. So these are 3 things that Mafex says, we're making them. We just don't even have the figures yet. We're making them. So one of which is new movie Superman. So That's really great. Really, really great. Hello, the cool guy. I see you there. I see you, my friend. And they're also doing Daredevil and the Punisher from Daredevil Born Again. This is very exciting to me. Well, all three. Obviously, the Superman one is like, yes, awesome. I want the Mafex. But the Daredevil and Punisher, that's pretty cool. I'm like, all right, that's exciting. How long until this happens? I no idea. No idea. So Marvel Legends already has both of these versions from Born Again on pre-order. But they look really good. Yeah, Mafex is doing a Superman green on screen. They are doing a Superman. Very, very excited for that. But Mafex is usually multiple years behind when it comes to their movie figures. They're usually very behind. Fear 50, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, my friend. Don't you worry. So very exciting. So no figures yet, but they're just saying, hey, we're making them. They're also doing Thunderbolts. So we've got John Walker, Yelena, and Bucky. So I'm excited for those. Those are going to be really cool, especially seeing a new Bucky and John Walker. Really, really coul. And then it says, do you think the Mafex face will be better than Mezco? I don't know if it'll be better. I'm sure it'll be really good. I feel like it'll be really, really good. Wonder if Mafex's soup will look like Hasselhoff. I mean, I can't think of the last time I've seen a bad Mafex face sculpt. You know? I'm sure they exist, but I feel like I can't remember the last time I've seen a bad one. But I could, sometimes Figuarts has a reputation and that face sculpt does not look good. So I don't know. So more Hush stuff. And then this is from Mafex. So we've got a Clark Kent Superman. So he's got a blue suit on and he's ripping open his shirt, and the Superman logo's there. There's a tie flying around in the air. That is super cool, right? That is so awesome. It's surprising to me how few there are, of a Clark Kent figure with Superman underneath. We've got that Mess Toys one, and now a Mafex one, but it just seems weird that there's not more of these. So I'm in. I'm definitely getting the Clark Kent. I don't know if I'll get the Bruce Wayne, to be honest. Probably not, but it's cool that it's there. Very, very cool. We've got a very good looking Lobo and Lobo's dog, which I can't remember what his dog's name is, but this is a very good looking Lobo, and this is a comic Lobo. Look, I mean, he looks good. This looks like there's a lot going on with him. Very, very cool looking Lobo fig. So there's that. And this is the Venom Let There Be Carnage Mafex that has already been revealed, but this is him on display. And we've also got Peacemaker. I totally said I wish there'd be a Mafex Peacemaker or something last time, didn't I? And here it is, Mafex Peacemaker. He looks fantastic. I will definitely be picking this up. 100% will be picking up this Mafex Peacemaker. Very much looking forward to that. He's got axes, guns. The helmet looks very chrome. You know, like that's cool. I'm very interested in that. Oh, NN makes a very good point that I did actually want to mention that I forgot to mention. So this, he says, it looks cool, but there's no articulation on the upper torso on Clark. Yes, so what I'm seeing and what I'm assuming is that this Clark Kent figure is going to have interchangeable torsos. So this one specifically, it's pretty static on the arm, the head, and everything. It's just because it's all just like popping out like this. But the legs and everything and the neck. So I'm sure there's probably a Clark different torso where the shirt and tie are still there, and so you can interchange it with this. I'm assuming that's probably the case, and that's pretty cool. I think that sounds totally good to me. Dry cleaners be like another shirt, Clark. So I'm assuming that's what it is. That would be weird if it was just kind of static like this. Maybe that would bring the price down if it did. So Stubb says Lobo's dog's name is Dog. I didn't realize that. And so there's also a Bloodsport from The Suicide Squad, which is a totally underrated movie, by the way. A new Black Panther that looks amazing, which in my opinion is the coolest Black Panther suit. It's just the classic from like Civil War. So cool. And there's also this comic book Wonder Woman, and it looks cool. And to be honest, I don't know what particular comic this Wonder Woman is from or what, but it looks great. It looks really good. It's also still just the gray. It's the prototype, but it looks really good. And there's also a Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I mean, the face sculpt looks really good. There's been a few Joaquin Phoenix Jokers that have come out since he came out. No Mafex though, so that's very interesting. Very, very cool. And then we've got a Death of Superman Doomsday. And to be honest, I'm not particularly interested. There's more of these Mafex photos, by the way, but I'm not particularly interested. I love the character of Doomsday, and this looks exactly how he looks in Death of Superman. He just seems small to me, even though, yeah, it's accurate to the comic if I remember correctly. But I just like it when Doomsday's like really big, So he looks really cool. I appreciate they're really diving into like the Hush stuff and the Reign of Superman and Death of Superman too. So really cool. I think the next. Okay, so here's more Mafex. And this is Mafex figure of Moff Gideon when he's got the Mandalorian suit with the extra powered stuff, which is cool. Looks really, really cool. And another Mafex, like when I saw this, I was like, oh, cool, Cosca Reeves. But I'm like, oh no, that is Bo-Katan. So I'm surprised that there's another new Bo-Katan Mafex. Like I'm trying to think of what differences is there to Bo-Katan from season 2 to season 3 of The Mandalorian besides her haircut. Like I'm just, it surprises me. I love the character, so I'm not complaining, but it just surprised me that Mafex would want to go ahead and make another figure of her. So that's cool. I'll be very curious to see what differences there are. And then here is that this is from, so here's that Wonder Woman, and the picture is below. It says it's from Superman, I think it's For Tomorrow. So okay, cool. And that doesn't look very Jim Lee-y to me, but that's fine. The shoulder pad is different. Really? I don't remember. Metallic Kaiju says, "What's the best Mafex to get?" I'll be honest. I always struggle when I get questions like this. Like, what's the best one? What should I get? Because the answer is always going to be, well, what character do you like the most? I don't know. Do you like Batman or Superman? If you like Batman, then get the Batman. And then here's Deadpool and Wolverine Mafex. That Wolverine face looks crazy. That looks so good, doesn't it? That Hugh Jackman face. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, but it looks great. And this finally, Mafex is doing it, but the Deadpool comes with Dogpool, the silver skeleton pieces. It comes with the Wolverine bootleg claws, the golden guns. It comes with so much stuff that some of the other ones didn't come with, which is just so weird to me that they didn't. No one's done that, so that's pretty cool. And I might be a little Deadpooled out, to be honest. I don't want to buy another Deadpool and Wolverine figure, but I don't know. I might get this and then sell the figure arts. So these look good. These look very, very good. Here's that Lobo again. And then here's Superman from Death of Superman, of course, which looks great. He's got a ripped up suit and all that. That will be really cool to see with color when it's painted. Tommy Teener says, how does the quality compare to NECA? These, I would say, are a much different these are a step above NECA. They're definitely more expensive than NECA, but the articulation is not even close. The articulation is a whole nother level as NECA, but face and paint and sculpt and stuff are at the same or better, probably better than NECA. And then Lucent says, just wait till CT Toys makes them. Yeah, well, you might have to wait a while. There's the Doomsday again. And then there's Dog. Thank you for that. This is one of those Venom Mafex. And there's that other thing. I've never heard of this, whatever this guy is. I've never even seen that guy before. And honestly, I don't know what this black and white Spider-Man is either. And there's Joker again. This is not a new one, though. This Cyclops. And neither is this Nate Gray. Neither is this Wolverine. I mean, they're new. I think these might still be on pre-order, but there it is. And then we've got Ra's al Ghul, which is also from Hush, so that's really cool. That's $20.99 Venom. All right, I had no idea. Thanks, guys. Didn't know. Did not know that. And this is also a new Batman from Hush, but he's got the sword and stuff, so pretty cool. I'm not really sure what else will be different about the figure. He's a little bit ripped up, a little bit, and the cape color looks different. So, what exactly is Hush? Hush is the name of one of the most famous like Batman series, graphic novels, I guess you can call it, ever. His name is called Batman Hush. There's a character in it called Hush, and some of the most iconic Batman imagery is from that comic book, and it's really quite great. I think the art is even better than the story itself, and it's Jim Lee. It's very famous art. So just Google Batman Hush, and you will find out. You'll quickly find out. And so here is that Clark Kent again. This is a better photo. It's really great. And here is the Bruce Wayne. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Do I have any more Mafex or no? Okay, here's some better pictures of the Peacemaker. Yeah, he looks really good. I can't wait for the Peacemaker. Can't wait for the show as well, season 2. And as well as a Mafex Batman of the Flash. Honestly, the action figure looks better than he did in the movie. I thought this suit was like good in concept, but I don't think it looked good in the movie. And also getting a Mafex Harley Quinn with the red dress that she wore in the Suicide Squad, with the big spear and everything. Really great. Bloodsport as well, with all those guns. Really freaking cool. Whew. All right, is that the last Mafex? No. Okay, this is okay. Why? I don't know why this is so much harder to find. So this is not from Hush. This is Superman Mafex. It's not from Hush. It's Jim Lee, but this is Superman 4 Tomorrow, which is it's the same art style. It's Jim Lee, so it looks just like how it is. So I'm very curious about this figure and what will be different about it. It comes with the gargoyle thing, but will he come with a smiling face? Can I take the faces and switch it with my Hush one? I'm very curious about this one. It might just be a different color scheme. And then it comes with the thing he stands on, like they did with the Batman Hush a while ago. So, very curious about this. This makes me actually very excited just seeing this one right here. There's Bruce Wayne again. This is another Batman. It's got a different logo on the chest. I don't know. It's not Hush, but it's like the same style. Still very curious. There's Bruce Wayne again. There's that Batgirl. That's a really good looking Batgirl. And there's Wonder Woman too. Yeah, there's so much Mafex. It's crazy. And this is also Mafex. This is Berserker. This figure has been revealed already. Mafex has revealed it. I think it's pre-orderable, but this is the first time seeing it in person, so it looks good. Looks very, very good. Berserker. This is the comic book that Keanu Reeves has produced, and I think he co-wrote something. So that's cool. More Spider-Man. is there anything I missed here? A lot of these are repeats. But there's a bunch, all the Spider-Man No Way Homes stuff. So that's cool. Really, really cool. Okay, so this next one is, we're done with Mafex. We're done. This is a bootleg right here. So if you're familiar with CT Toys, they made a Mess Toys, or they made like a little side company, whatever, called Mess Toys, and made a bootleg black suit Spider-Man called the Black Suit Neighbor. A lot of people disagree with me, saying it's not a bootleg, whatever. It's unlicensed, and it's using the Amazing Yamaguchi kind of mold, but it's a little different. And then here is a Venom version of that. Yes, this Metallic Hydra. Yes, this is Mess Toys, but there's Venom. This is Venom, and this looks awesome. It's really big, right? Look at that. This is very exciting to me. Look how big that is. I will 100% be picking this guy up. This is very, very exciting. It almost looks like they just took the mold and just like, boop, made it bigger, and then are making it Venom-y. Hands are a little different. Obviously, the face is different. So this is super exciting. So yeah, CT Toys, they're doing great. They seem to be just really, really growing, and great for us. Really great for us. So that's awesome. I don't even remember what else I have. Oh, okay. This is a another unlicensed figure. This is from We Like Toys, and it's called I don't know what it's called, but this is a kind of Mezco-ish kind of style of a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man from We Like Toys. And he looks really good, right? He looks good. Posing looks fantastic. He's got the soft goods suit. The proportions on the body are a little bit weird, right? It looks a little bit weird, but it looks good. It looks very good. Oh yeah, Sono says, when's the Mess Toys Invincible? I don't know. Haven't heard anything about that in a while. But there's also a black suit version as well. So these are all very exciting. This is already up for pre-order on 5K Toys. I think when Toys Metaverse has it, I'm sure they will. I'll probably pre-order it and do a review. The figure is from We Like Toys. I don't know what they're calling it, because it's not going to be called Spider-Man. Just go to 5ktoys.com and it'll be there. There you go. Yeah, he's a little thick. Lucian looks a little thick for Spider-Man. Yeah, he's a little bit thick, but looks good. Looks good. Very, very interesting. Oh, hello. Kind of spoiled a couple top 10s, but that is all of the toy news that I have. I know I didn't cover everything because, man, there's other stuff, but I covered all the stuff, the same kind of things that I would usually cover on my channel anyway. The stuff that I would. Sono, everything that I talked about is 1/12. I don't think I talked about anything that was 1/6. So, yeah, a lot of stuff was revealed, and I for the most part got everything I really planned on it, but I don't think I really missed anything. Apparently there were some Pokemon figures that I didn't see, like Skeledirge. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, really, really cool, really exciting. So I'm going to move on to the top 10. So if you're ever interested in having one of your toy photos featured on this live stream, all you got to do is just wait. Tommy Tyner, the show is not over. Just the toy news is over. Top 10 is up next. So if you're a toy photographer and you ever want to have your photo featured on here, just tag me in it on Instagram and then do hashtag Sirdork top 10. That's all you got to do. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. So I'm going to get started. Coming up first is from Backstreet Toys. I saw this and I fell in love with this. Is just so great. Really, really great. So Backstreet Toys says, me and my Slowpoke, a simple and silly series of pics I did last year. Oh, this isn't even new, but it's so cute. So we've got, you can see Backstreet Toys' hand in the photo, and he's holding a little red piece of yarn, and the yarn is just a leash around his little Slowpoke. And there's a few. There's Slowpoke with Butterfree, Slowpoke with tennis ball, Slowpoke eating some dinner. This is so cute. Lucian says I should have a music thingy introducing the top 10. Maybe I'll do the. But no, this is so. These photos are so cute. There's Slowpoke is peeing on an Oddish. Also, Slowpoke's in a box. Slowpoke going to sleep, getting tucked in. Yeah, these are just so adorable. Backstreet Toys. These types of shots are so simple, but they're so adorable. There's a whole new type of connection when you see it like interacting with life-size person. Next shot is from R. Shannon Snapshots. If you're going to see Fantastic Four, don't forget the popcorn. It's true. This is so cool. Look at this. So this is just this. The Fantastic Four is they're like popping popcorn and catching it. So the Human Torch is holding the popcorn bag, the microwavable bag. So he's like popping it with his heat, basically, and all the popcorns are flying out of the bag. The Thing is holding up this big bowl, holding up the bowl, and it's all, he's catching them into the bowl. And Mr. Fantastic's like stretching out, trying to catch him. Invisible Woman's using her shield to like as a backboard to bounce him in. Like, how cool and fun is this? What a cool shot. And then of course there's some big thing of popcorn in the background, and there's popcorn flying all over the place. It's just awesome. So incredibly cute. Really love this shot. So this is from RS. So R Shannon Snapshots. R_Shannon Snapshots. Great job. Silver Moon says, my only critique on this is not all the characters are lit very well. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's definitely a couple of very specific light sources. So maybe that's a point of realism. Like there's a light source coming from the top here, and that's where, they're all being lit from that way. It would be cool if maybe the Human Torch was emitting a little bit of light. I mean, I think it's all really great. Harisankar Hari says, please do stop motion. I have done stop motion. If you Google or if you search Sirdork stop motion, you will find it. You will find it, I promise. Next is from Photo Figs. It says, Uno No Mercy. Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim wasn't ready to face the relentless will of the Green Lantern Corps. I saw this and I was like, I loved it. Photo Figs, great job. This is my favorite photo you've ever done. So Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, is holding up his hand and it's floating, and they're like playing Uno together while Earthworm Jim is sitting on the ground with his hand. It's just like, this is so much fun. And again, clearly I have a type of toy photo that I like, and especially when there's action figures interacting with full-size objects. And here's the BTS on the table. That's an old Mattel. No, is that an old? No, that's not. That's one of the newer McFarlane. Sorry. Looks so good. Photo Figs, great job, dude. Really, really great job. Next is from Pingo Squeak. Sir Top 10, Star-Lord gets attacked by English bulldogs. Dobby. Hashtag Dobby. Is that the name? I'm assuming the dog's name is Dobby. So we've got Star-Lord with the newer suit. This is the suit from the third movie, right? And I don't think he's getting attacked because it looks like Dobby is asleep. His eyes look closed, but it is really cute. So cute. And I love that it looks like this lighting here is from a window, and I love that natural lighting. Really, really strong on the wrinkles on the doggy's head. So incredibly cute. So Pingo Squeak, great job. Really great job. Really, really great job with this shot. Looks like R. Shannon and Pingo Squeak are related, friends. I don't know. But great job, everybody. Great job, everybody. Next is from Ben's Photography. This is a plush. This is toy photography using a plush with this amazing light painting back here. Like got a sparkler that was spun around. and all kinds of. This is just incredible, and it has provided this crazy rim lighting around the Pikachu. It's just kind of amazing. Like, wow. Oh, our Shannon is here in the chat. It says we are dad and son. LOL. Well, that is so cool. Well, thanks for being here in the chat, and thanks for giving us some awesome shots. Great job. I mean, I didn't even realize that, and both of your shots really caught my eye. Really great job. Ben's photography. This is so cool. Just great job with the light painting and a photo with a plush, not even with an action figure. That is so cool. Man, hopefully I'm done burping. Jeez. And next is from Utini Toys. Utini. This photo is so cool. It just says Kill Squad. And this is like a very grim photo. It's very eerie. You know, it's raining and there's 3 death troopers, and you can just see the green from their eyes and the red from the muzzle flash from their blasters taking out, I don't know, a rebel or something. It's pretty crazy. Like it's quite beautiful. It's really a beautiful shot, and there's the rain and the stuff in the background is very, very practical. You can tell it looks and feels real. The lighting is so good. Like this is such a cool shot. Like, just look at this. How cool is this? So really great job with this shot. This is really, really well done. Tanner's over here in the chat says this is so great. Lucian says, "Ooh, love the depth perception. Looks great." Really, really, yeah, I agree. Super cool. And next is from Boca Fett, which, first of all, Boca Fett is a really cool name. Healthy snacks for a warm day. We've got some, what are these? Are these X-Force? I don't know. But Wolverine and Deadpool, they're hanging out in the backyard. And Wolverine's got a full-sized apple on his claws that he's holding up, and Deadpool is also slicing into an apple, and there's splashes going on. There's life-size fruit. It just looks like a nice, warm, fun day, right? It's just like, this is a really cool shot. I think this is really fun, and I was definitely captured when I saw it, and here we are. Oh, we got some swipes going on. BTS, here we go. There's a carrot in there too. Oh, that's an orange that he's slicing into. That is not an apple. My bad. Awesome. Awesome. So cool. All right. And coming up next is... Oh, this is also from R. Shannon. I didn't even realize. Wow, I accidentally double dipped and grabbed a second one. Sorry, R. Shannon. Whoopsie. Okay, so I'm gonna have to grab one more because that's only 9. So this would have been the last one. This is from Mind Trick Photography, and we've got, this is just a really crispy, beautiful lit shot with the White Ranger. Is this the Figuarts White Ranger? Doing a really great high kick on a stormtrooper, kicking him in the chin, and it's just really crisp and well done and well lit. And we've got dead troopers in the background which are very nicely posed in the background, which is really, really good. Yeah, Valkit's is just like, that looks clean. It's just very clean, and that's just kind of Mind Trick's style. It's just like real crisp and clean, and I think that's what's going on. And so the diorama is really great. The way it's all put together, it looks really good. Yeah, Mind Trick, awesome job. All right, I have to grab one more photo. So I wonder if there's been any new ones in the... Oh, I do have one more. Never mind, I have one more. I do have one more. And all right, this right here from Veronica Ayers, but Crypto Kid Creations took this shot. And I don't think Crypto Kid Creations actually used the Sirdork top 10, but I grabbed it anyway because this was really nice. It says, Darth Vader, I ordered the frosting to be red and black, not blue and white. Happy birthday, Sirdork. Hope you have a fantastic day. And my birthday was like 3 days ago, which was so nice. And I didn't even see this until yesterday. Oh, no, it was 2 days ago. On the 30th, it was my birthday. And I didn't even see this until yesterday. I saw it late. And that's just like, that's so sweet. And I'm like, how did you even know? I didn't post or anything about it. So, like, did you just like keep track of it from last year? um, and the fact that you took a photo like for my birthday is, I don't know, that's so nice and thoughtful. Like, come on, who does that? That's so incredibly nice. So, Crypto Kid Creations, thank you so much. That's so sweet. And the photo itself is like really funny. And a red and black cupcake would definitely be a bit more appropriate for Vader. So I can't blame him for that. Absolutely can't blame him. And Luis, thank you for the happy beer day wishes. Okay, so that will do it for the top 10. Remember, if you all you got to do, just you could throw the Sirdork top 10 hashtag on every single post you do. Just do it, and then it'll be in the running. You know, there's not a lot of rules. There's usually a whole lot more rules with the way I used to do it. Not a lot of rules as far as this is concerned. So just do it. Just throw it out there. So next, I'm going to move on to the Q&A. And so the first questions are, if you're a part of the channel membership that I have here on YouTube, which I just reached, like, I think 50 members. So thank you so much, everyone who has joined this membership. And, you know, I've made a lot of changes to it recently. It's only like, it's $1.99 now because I don't offer as much in it. But one of the things that is in it is if you, before the live streams, I put out a post that says throw your questions here, and then there you go. And there's 4 questions. And so once again, thank you everyone who is a part of the membership. And I posted it really late today, so I didn't give everybody enough time. But there's a few questions in here. So here we go. Spin Dashed, thank you so much. Happy Spider-Man Day. Is it also Spider-Man Day? Oh, it is actually No, today is Spider-Man Day. Yes, it is actually Spider-Man Day. So that's really cool. All right, here we go. First question is from Domesticated Caveman. It says, hey, Jared, firstly, thank you for dropping by the stream, giving us our very first live chat comment. All right. I mean, hey, no, I didn't. I stopped by when I saw it live, and geez, Venom, chill out, dude. Chill. Venom's yelling right now. But the last couple of days have been beyond hectic for me, with a lot of really weird things happening. So I missed the stream completely. But congrats! It seemed like it went really well. So, secondly, what would your dream collaboration be with a brand, artist, or franchise? Thanks, man. Well, have been really fortunate with the brands that I've worked with. I've worked with Warner Brothers and have done official DC stuff. I've worked with Disney, done official Star Wars stuff, which is pretty big dream come true. One thing I would really love to work with is like work with Nintendo or the Pokemon Company and do official Pokemon photography with toys. That would be pretty huge, which I have not done anything with them yet. So hopefully one day that would be really cool. Maybe one day we will see. All right, come on, Venom. You want to come up? Come on. All right. Here he is. Here's the boy. JMG, thank you. Oh, all right. See you later, Venom. Thank you very much, dude. Muchas gracias. So Domesticated Caveman, thanks for the comment, dude. Toys with Tank says, what do you think is the hardest part of toy photography? The hardest part. Hardest part. Hardest part. Sometimes for me, I struggle with. Well, I mean, for the longest time, indoor toy photography was really difficult for me because I was so used to outdoor, and so I'm very comfortable with doing indoor stuff now. But every once in a while, I'll get a figure or something that I'm like, well, I want to shoot this, but I don't know how to shoot him because I don't have a lot of things that would really work for this. And so as far as like dioramas and stuff, so it's like sometimes it's tough when I'm trying to keep things thematic and I don't have the right stuff to make it fit. And then that's when I struggle. But then I'm like, you know what? I don't have to make it fit. I can do whatever I want. So I guess that sometimes is very tough, and I that's when my creativity is difficult for me. Yeah, Lucian, it's hard. It's hard. Different styles. Flapjack, I'm using StreamYard to stream right now. StreamYard is I think pretty great. I am paying. There's a free version, but I'm using the paid version. This is from the Green on Screen. What do you think the best SH figure art or Mafex Star Wars figure is? I've been looking for one that has good accessories, articulation, something with a wired cape or cloth would be cool, but not necessary. LOL. Well, as far as Mafex is concerned, my favorite is the Mandalorian. Mandalorian's my favorite Star Wars character. There's a lot of Mando figures, but the Chrome Mando is my favorite for sure. It's my favorite figure, period. But even if you don't get the Chrome one, just the regular Mandalorian 2.0 is my favorite for sure. It's pretty easy for me. But as far as figure arts, I really think the most recent Darth Vader figure arts is really amazing. That this is the one that came out with Kenobi, and it's got a broken face sculpt for, you can see Anakin in there, and that's I don't want to say it's my favorite. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's really a great figure. But there's a lot of great figure arts Star Wars that have come out recently. There's a Yoda that looks really good. I don't have him. But there's a good Qui-Gon and the Darth Maul, but I would say the Darth Vader is one of my favorites. If you can get a hold of them, that's for sure. And then there's the only other one is, will you be doing more Transformers? From DJ Gaming 2791. DJ, yes, I will definitely be doing more Transformers, and I have a pretty awesome deal that I've made with Blockies recently, which is really cool. And so I'll be doing like a Blockies video a month for a whole year, which is very exciting. And there's going to be a lot of Transformers for that. So I'll probably be doing one Transformer vid per month. Or no, it might be less because they have other IPs that they're planning on doing. Yeah, that's it. For as far as the member questions, that's all. Thank you guys so much for throwing the questions in. Sorry I put it in late. And if you missed it, I'm sorry. I know that was on me. I forgot. But next week for sure. And if anyone has any other questions, now is the time. Throw them in the chat. The rest of the stream, I'm just gonna sit here, and if anyone has any questions, then I will be very excited and honored to answer them. And if no one has any questions, that's fine too. I don't blame you. I definitely don't blame you. I'm very my little shelf that I've got going on here of stuff that I need to make videos for is, man, there's so much stuff. I have my first Dragon Ball Z unlicensed figure, like third party one. It's one of the demoniacal fit ones. Very exciting, right there. Got some new Godzilla stuff. Got some more Hammond collection. So much stuff that I'm very, very excited for. I think next week. What am I? Next week, I'm going to be doing the Anakin and Obi-Wan SDCC. And then I've got a really cool Kickstarter figure that I'm going to be doing a video for next week as well. And if I can't, I haven't done a 3-video week in a while. There you go. Q&A. If anyone has questions, throw them in the chat. Please do. If I'm able to do a third video next week, I probably will squeeze in it's not the Gigantosaurus. I've been saying it wrong this whole time. It's the Giganotosaurus. So I would like to squeeze that one in too, but I've got that seems like a pretty good week. If I can squeeze in a third video, we'll see. Sono over here says, I want to get a classic suit Spidey because I only have a symbiote one. So I've watched your videos. What do you think I should get? The CT Toys 75 Spider-Man or save for the Maximum Spider-Man? In my opinion, I think the Maximum Spider-Man is better. I think it's better. I think that 75 Spider-Man bootleg is really good. I really do think it's good. But I wasn't expecting to think the Maximum Spider-Man is better than all of that. I wasn't expecting to feel that way, but after posing and messing with so many Spider-Man figures in a short amount of time, I just realized how much I really appreciate that Maximum. I think it's better. I was able to achieve more poses with that figure than I was with the Mafex. Well, it was a fake Mafex, so I don't know. Maybe the real Mafex is better, but who knows? Monkalorian, hey, what's your favorite practical effect to incorporate in your photos? I don't know. I feel like they're all great. I think I enjoy water because I feel like I'm most comfortable in that environment when I'm just got tons of sun and I'm by the water, it's splashing it up. It's so easy. In my opinion, for me, after doing it, I feel most comfortable with getting good splashes. I feel like maybe that's my favorite. So yeah. Oh, the Stubbs also says Netman is a good Spider-Man. I don't know if I would count him as like a classic Spider-Man because he's got that really childish looking body type, which makes me think of like, oh, well, this is a different version, kind of. I don't know. So yeah. JMG says, I have a ton of questions, but can't think of them at the moment. Okay, well, that's fine. Lucian says, I don't have a question, but I would like to see you do a photo using your figures. But set it up with that awesome Superman statue. You could totally make a cool scene. Oh, I see. With the Batman versus Superman Heroes Park statue. That would, I've never really thought about that. That's kind of cool. Wonder what I could do with that. All right, that's Lucian. I've never really thought about that because it could work as a prop. All right. Whoa, Stubbs says just got the Maximum Spider-Man and Hulk today. Okay, I'm interested to hear what you think about them. I mean, I was pretty harsh on the Hulk one, but I don't know. I think the Hulk one is not a bad figure. It's really not. It just the main things that it was supposed to do, like do the clap. Like I wasn't able to just do the clap because I don't know. It was weird. I'm not going to go through that whole again. Graciana Dobronsky says, what Spider-Man figure should I get with a $55 budget? Thank you very much for. Oh, you're my favorite YouTuber. Well, thank you. I was just talking about. I think I think the Maximum Spider-Man is still my favorite, and that's $50. So if you can still find that for $50, I would go for that. I would definitely go for it. Hey Krieg, what's the best Superman figure out right now? Well, Krieg, you were in luck. I did a video recently, top 10 Supermans, and my favorite one was the Mezco, the just like classic Mezco Man of Steel Superman. So that was my favorite. But some people think the Hush is the best. Some people whatever. That was in my opinion. But I did break down my favorite Supermans. So who knows? Maybe the InArt will be my new favorite. Who knows? Dennis has a great question. Says, "What's up, Sirdork?" Nothing, man. Good question. So far I've only been playing with the Hulk, but pleased with both. That's great. I'm so glad you're loving it. Mohammed, how's it going, Mohammed? What do you think of the Spin Master Superman 2025 wave? People are saying it's good quality. I haven't really checked out the Spin Master, and the only reason is because the Spin Master figures are kind of more directed towards like kids. They're cool figures and you can move them around, but there's not a whole lot of movement to them. They're pretty simple. So I didn't make a video or anything on them because usually the people that watch these videos are more interested in the higher articulated stuff. So I'm sure they're good for their price because they're very cheap, So yeah, I haven't really checked them out. Fabian says, are there any updates to your recommended beginner gear list or anything you would add? I have been thinking about that. But no, really, everything on there is I wouldn't change it. It's still my go-to stuff because that is what I started out with as a beginner. So when I first started. So the only thing I want to change to that list, or I want to add a new list for my video creation, because I don't have any like lists of the gear I use for video, like this webcam or this microphone or my wireless microphone or any of that stuff. Because I sometimes get questions on it and I don't really have a good outlet to answer those with. So DRJ says, have you seen the new Jurassic movie? Yes. And it was pretty good. The one scene with the T-Rex, though, I thought was like exceptional. I thought that was so good. I was like, wow, that was one of the most like thrilling dinosaur scenes. Man. And it says, you are all really lucky. If you knew just how much pain it is to collect figures while living in Europe. You're absolutely right. Not only am I lucky to be living where I am, I mean, New York's got a little bit of a higher cost of living than other places, but I've got like 5 Targets within like a half hour of me, and like 5 Walmarts, and I got, so I'm definitely very, very fortunate. Sono says, mainly only talk about figures, but you've mentioned some comics. So what comic runs do you recommend are a good read? I'm very behind. I haven't really read any comic books in many years, but for a while I was just trying to absorb as much DC as possible. And what I used to do is I used to go to the library and I would check out all the DC stuff there at the library, and I would read that. And it was cool because I had it was free. It was at the library. For Superman, I feel like a lot of people did. There's some real good classics, like All-Star Superman is really good. One of my favorites was called Superman Grounded, and it's really cool because Superman, he does what's it called, Grounded? But the whole story is he just walks, and then as he's walking, he just helps individual people instead of like dealing with really these giant problems. He was trying to deal with much more smaller individual people. It was really cool. So I would try Superman Grounded. It's a good one. If you like anything Jeff Johns, Green Lantern is one of my favorites. Really love anything he did with Green Lantern. With Batman, I mean, we talked about Hush enough times today. That's a good one. But I would just go to your library and just think of a character you like and grab something and just check it out. Funky Frogger, Sirdork, I would just like to say your videos are awesome. Love the photography at the end of the video. Keep it up. Thanks so much, Funky Frogger. Well, I love frogs, first of all, so I'm a big fan of you and all of your work that you do. So, but no, I'm glad you enjoy it. That's so cool. Is there a beginner gear list in a video? Not specifically in a video, but I have an Amazon list of just like all of the gear I recommend. So, and it's in the link. It's on Sirdork.com, and it's also like in the description of every video. So it's just like recommended gear, or just go to Amazon.com/shop/Sirdork. So there's that. What about the bootlegs? Thank you. I stand by the answer. The Maximum Spider-Man. That's what I'm thinking. Jessica says, you inspire me to start collecting. All right, that's great. Sorry if I feel like that's not always a good thing, because collecting can be very expensive. Venom is just going crazy right now. Dennis Sirdork, what started your channel, by the way? You're my favorite YouTuber. Well, thank you. No, I just, to be honest, I don't really know. I was only starting to understand how big YouTube was, and that there wasn't a lot of toy photography on there. So I thought I should give it a shot. I guess, really. So thank you so much, though. That's so cool. Fabian says, X-Men House of X, Powers of X is one of the best books in the past 10 years. So that's cool. I'm so much more of a noob when it comes to Marvel stuff, especially X-Men. The only X-Men I'm really familiar with is just like watching the cartoon. I don't think I've read any X-Men comics. Tom Craig says, hi from the UK. I've added toy photography to my market stall thanks to you. You're the best. Cool. You have a market stall and you've added your own like photos and you're selling them? That's so cool. Venom, what are you doing? You can't just... The older Venom gets, the more he just thinks he can do whatever he wants. And he's kind of right, because And he doesn't meow and ask for cute things anymore. He yells and tells me and demands for things now. He's always yelling at me. Yeah. Yeah. Right now he's being a good boy though. Jessica says, where do you recommend to get figures? So anytime I post a video about an action figure, I post where to get it. So you can't just get all the figures at one place. There's not one place to get everything. So if you're ever curious about a specific figure that I make a video about, the link to where to get it is there. Venom is the best, says Graciana. And OG Summer Tree says, I love your videos. I appreciate that so much. Really appreciate it. Wow. So the stream's been going over 2 hours. So I think that's gonna be it for the rest of the day. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Let me know what those toy reveals from SDCC that you're excited about. Clearly, the ones that I wouldn't shut up about are the ones I'm very much most excited for. But I can't wait. But have a great weekend, everyone. Be safe. And excuse me, a kaiju video coming out on Sunday. So I'll see you there. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.